Guys, you'll never believe what just happened. Actually,
Oh
you
my
might,
gosh.
because this is like, has this happened before, Dan? Did
I
we
don't
do this
think so.
before?
No, I
Okay.
don't think we've ever done
Guys,
this before.
we have been talking for like 12 minutes to you guys. We've been interacting with the chat and having a good time over here. And
Nobody said
Dan's like, "Are we
relive.
live?" And I was wondering about that
I
because
mean,
of
we
the
were
fact
talking. It just didn't dawn on me. I hit the 30-second thing. I thought I hit live. Apparently,
I
I
was
didn't.
wondering because I have it on
I
my
was like,
iPad here, and normally, and like the picture's not coming up, and I just figured with the problems that YouTube's been having, and I see the chat keeps going, and I'm like, well, they must be hearing what we're saying because they're all talking to each other. But no. So,
that's what I
guys,
thought.
I don't.
Oh
We're gonna
man, I
try to
feel
get
so
back our 12
stupid.
minutes here. Um,
I feel so stupid.
we are
We're gonna
inside
have
the
to start
booth, and
over.
we're glad that you're here. We do all
God.
kinds of stuff here, and we're just glad that you're hanging out with us.
Oh,
We keep it real here, do we not, Dan?
yeah,
We are
we
just
do.
real people.
Cut action. We would have went through the whole hour doing this,
We
and
really
then
went.
we would have been like,
Guys, we were just about
"What
to start
happened?
on the
What?"
plot when Dan's like,
We-
"Are we live?" And I'm like, "I
yeah,
don't.
I
You're in
looked.
charge of that."
Yeah, I looked
Dan,
up. I go, "Oh, oh man, this is
Dan,
Look,
terrible."
I have one job on this lousy ship. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it, okay?
you have one job, Dan. One job.
Uh, I feel so dumb right now. I feel
I
like an
think it's
idiot.
great. Okay, guys.
Uh,
Well,
we
we're you know the drill.
we thought we
Support
were
us on
live.
Patreon. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Inside the Booth, TV.com on the website if you want more information. Tonight we are talking about trying to do this all over again.
Yeah, let's do
Little
it over. I guess we got to
Giants.
do it over, right?
1994. Keeping it real. I am
Little Giants.
dressed as Icebox. If you've never seen this movie and you don't know who Icebox is, we will tell you, and that is who I am personifying because I am Icebox. So Dan, you want me to read
All
the
right.
plot all over again?
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Let's say hello to everybody.
Yeah, I got
we already didn't we do this? Oh
get his words
God, I'm so bad. I feel like it's more. Uh, and Uncle Mike's in the house. Hi, Uncle Mike. Phil TMT. TD. We already did this. And then we gave people saying hello, and then we're like, oh, hey, what's up? We got R2 the Yankee. JT, what's up, JT?
keeping
Little
it real.
Spidey's in the house. Oh, man. We got Ryan from Legion Games. Go follow him.
That's exactly what she
Mrs.
said
R2
last.
the Yankee. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of going off memory. Mrs. R2 the Yankee. We got I saw another person, Josh Gills. Um
Qualls.
Qual, sorry. Gills. Oh
Oh
man.
my gosh, that was the fastest intro we've ever done. We did it in under 4 minutes, Dan.
Yep. And
I'm proud of us. Maybe
we
we
were
need to
talking about
not go
we were talking
live
about
more
me
often.
doing the whole makeup tutorial thing, and
Yeah, we saw
I
that, guys.
swear to
We've
you.
been reading your chats. Like, we've been interacting with you, and you had no
Yeah, we've
idea.
been trying.
Like, we've been
Apparently
seeing
we
you this whole time.
have. Did you guys listen to our brain waves at least?
They could sense that we were out there somewhere doing
That's
something.
right.
Man,
That's
we
right.
gotta get it together, man.
Oh man. And then
This is
I was
great.
like, wing hugs to Josh because Avery's not
Yeah,
doing the because but Josh, we give you wing hugs too. Um, and the makeup tutorial thing, yeah, I could do makeup tutorial if it's costumes, the
you
Joker
literally are
thing.
going. You are gonna go there over everything
I
we said
am,
again,
I
aren't you?
am, just
All
a
right,
little bit, just a little
go
bit.
ahead.
And then yeah, that's about it. I don't think I'll do like
You
women
still
makeup,
have
but
time, man. Like we were talking for 12 minutes.
oh my
We're under
gosh, no, we were talking a long time. Probably like,
All right, guys.
oh, I feel stupid.
I think it's great. At least it wasn't with
Because you were here, but nobody else could see.
See, this is why YouTube is better than streaming services. It's better than cable, guys. You get the real stuff right. This is the real life
right.
Kardashian show right here. You know, none of that fake stuff. It's real. So the plot,
so my
guys.
apologies that we didn't start on time.
No, we kind of
starting
did. We did start on time. We just didn't go live.
we did go. Okay, my apologies for not going live on time.
Right.
All right, so
Little Giants.
go. Let's start over with the plot
1994.
of the Little Giants. 94.
And
We're going back, everybody, to our childhood.
That's right. One of a favorite movies of mine. I can't even remember what I've said already because I've already said it. So I'm like, if I repeat myself, guys, I won't know.
They won't know. They won't know anyway.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Josh is like, your fans can interact with y'all without y'all even being on air. That's right. We were talking to you guys. We really were. We thought you guys were talking back to us because the chat kept rolling. So... Little Giants.
Oh, we forgot about the whole telephone thing. Forget about it now.
How did we even get started on that? We're like showing people.
I can't breathe.
Dan brought out a giant phone and everything, guys. We're talking about all kinds of nostalgia with you guys, and we're not even live. We're talking about actors.
Ricky's calling me.
On the big phone.
Sorry, I get an answer.
I give this episode a point, Dan.
Pick up the phone. He's calling again. See what he's gonna say.
So for anybody that's new here, I saw Kayla's in there. I don't know if anybody's new and join us. We were live for 12 minutes. But we weren't live.
Pull myself together.
So thank you for joining us for the second time, in our opinion, even though you've been here the whole time.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Oh, man.
So we are talking Little Giants, 1994. One more time for the people on the back.
I'll get past this.
We will. Until Ryan mentions it on his stream. Or like, are we live? I checked with Dan. All right. So you know how we do things here, guys. When we talk about movies, we go through our point system. When we talk about plot, acting, cinematography. So we're starting with the plot tonight first. And I'm just going to go ahead and read it off. I feel so stupid because I just did this.
Please, water.
Reliving a dream. We talked about that too.
We did.
Guys, you missed out on some solid conversation. Okay.
That's the most meta thing he did.
JT's like nervous drinking. That's right. Ever since childhood. I can't.
Which one is it up on? Maybe I could try to read it.
I got it. All right. Ever since childhood, nerdy Danny O'Shea, played by Rick Moranis, the beloved Rick Moranis, we already talked about, has felt inferior to his brother Kevin, Ed O'Neill, we've already talked about, a former college football star. Danny runs a gas station while Kevin coaches the local youth football team. When Kevin's team rejects Danny's daughter, Becky, because she's a girl, Becky convinces her dad to start a rival team, though the city can support only one. To prove himself against his brother, Danny begins coaching his team of misfits for the playoffs. So this is a movie about kids playing football, and you've got the little know-nothing kids that really don't have any experience, and the what are you reading? I'm good, R2. I take care of business before stream starts, so I'm not like Dan and have to run out halfway through. Little Spidey says he would pick me for his team. That's right. I did enjoy me some. Dan, did you show your picture and everything off stream?
I did.
Guys, we were talking about sports. I'm like, I love football. I relate to this girl character. And Dan's like, I used to play sports. Here's a picture of me playing soccer. Here's a picture of like we went down memory lane, you guys. Like
something everybody would have probably talked about, but we weren't even live.
So anyway, this is a great, wholesome film about kids being kids. Back in the good old days when there was no weirdness, even with Becky being the only girl who wanted to play football, which, like I said, # can relate. And she's kind of discovering that.
And no, I'm not much of a sports person.
Right. To say it one more time, Becky's not much of a girly girl. So Rick Moranis' character, Danny, his wife has left. Did she leave or pass away?
Oh, she left.
She left, and so he's alone raising his single daughter, and she's going through adolescence, and so there's a lot of good stuff going on in here. But it's just nice when it's kids being kids. Like that one scene where the boys are all getting dressed in the not the hangar, the garage or whatever like that, and the mom comes in with that scrawny little kid, and they're all like, "It's a mom!" and they all run away and hide.
They all run away, yeah.
So yeah, as far as all of that goes,
Ray Ron, wing hugs.
Ray Ron.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll show you guys a picture of me as a kid. You guys remember? Some people might remember. Tabitha didn't get this, but some people might remember those little trading cards that they would make for you when you're a kid and you played sports. So this was soccer, and my camera's not focusing well. There we go.
Look at that face.
Look at that beautiful face there. What a little kid. All right, so that was me as a child.
Now here comes David.
And then here's my brother. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. There's David.
He looks like a totally different person.
He does.
I could recognize you, but I would never have guessed that was David.
Yeah. Well, David was a little chunky back then.
Right. And as you've already said, you made fun of him, and you guys have switched roles.
I used to make fun of him. He would call me a crybaby. I would call him a fatty. And then all of a sudden, we got older. Now I'm the chunky one, and he's the skinny one.
He's the crybaby? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the crybaby.
Wasn't sure where you're going with that.
Yeah. Or Jesus, David's such a nerd.
Such a nerd.
He was kind of nerdy.
It's okay to be a nerd.
Yeah. That deja vu right there, huh? Didn't really talk about that.
Already. My gosh. So as far as the plot goes, yeah, pretty simple, pretty
Simple plot.
easygoing as far as it's like
Beautiful plot.
it's a wholesome movie about misfits trying to play football against a serious team. You know, you've got the serious folk and you've got the local whoever's trying to prove a point that and really like the moral of the story here at the end of it, Danny Rick Moranis' character doesn't really
Soul
care.
Assassin's here too. Just to
Oh,
let you know.
he doesn't
Soul
really
Assassin.
care too much about winning. It's more about just trying,
Love and
being
togetherness and
able to play the game, because when he was
yeah,
younger, he wasn't allowed to play the game because nobody would ever pick him, and they just didn't think he could do it. And he just wanted to prove to the kids that you don't have to win, but at least you get to play football. So there's some wholesomeness into it, like as far as that goes. Like there's I mean, that's kind of later on in the allegory, but you know, again, just as a plot, it's pretty good.
yeah,
Hi, Miss Martin
it's
Muses. Just for those
good
who are new here, Dan and I are already half an hour in. You guys are not, because we forgot to click.
You're 16 minutes in.
So we'll be recapping that for the people that keep popping up. Just let you know.
Yeah, we're
keep
gonna
making
make
fun
that
of
a thing
ourselves
tonight, huh? Yeah, I feel like an idiot. Now, don't give me. Well, I'm gonna say this because no one heard it about my sports situation. I know you heard it, Tabitha.
I heard it.
I know. But as a kid, yes, I was not like a professional type sports person like this, you know, where I would go and be in the school stuff and the school sports. But I would play the sports with friends out in the backyard and stuff like that. But I never really cared to do it in school or to be more of like taking it seriously. I always wanted to just have fun, spend time with my friends. That's about it.
I love sports.
So there we go. Yeah.
I watch curling.
Tabitha on the other hand, you probably did do a lot of sports teams and stuff, didn't you?
I mean, I only ever played soccer, and then I did like.
You didn't do softball? You look like you would have been a softball person. No.
Nah, I only ever did soccer, and then when I was a teenager, I didn't play necessarily on a team, but man, like we played volleyball all day, every day in the summertime.
Who hasn't played volleyball? Volleyball's fun.
But I mean, like we would get into it. It was a church function thing, so we didn't have like uniforms or whatever. But like we played a lot. I enjoy volleyball. Jammed my fingers a couple of times too. That's incredibly painful.
That's when you know you're playing hard.
Oh yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what I play. Like I don't have to win. R2 might disagree with me here. He says I'm competitive. I am sort of like. I don't have to win, but I have to try. Like, as long as I don't lose, I'm okay. I don't have to come in first place, but I dang well will not come in last place. Of course, if you only have two teams, it's either first or last.
Right, that's right.
But I do. I like playing. I like giving it my all, even if I don't win.
Oh, JT has to go. Sorry, head out.
Well, glad you were with us for round 2, JT.
See you, JT. Have a good night.
That's right. Miss Martin uses soccer, aka real football. That's right.
That's right. That's right. What real football is. Soccer.
I love me some rugby too. Not that I play, but I like to watch. Man sport.
I always liked what is that? Oh gosh, I can't even think of the name of the sport.
Badminton.
No, the other one where you catch the ball in
cricket?
the thing.
Baseball?
No, not cricket. And you got to cradle it and run and throw it.
Lacrosse.
That's the one.
That is intense
lacrosse.
sport, man.
It is. I wish. Now, if my school had lacrosse, I would have done that.
I used to make fun of it.
Really?
Because it looks stupid from a distance, but then I actually sat down
from a distance. Yeah.
Just like these dudes, just kind of like butterfly nets, you know. But then I sat down and actually watched a game. Wow, man, they were beating each other up. They were even beating the coach up, and I'm like, no, this is a sport I can get into.
You're right. Well, you do know lacrosse was made by the Native American Indians.
I do.
And they used to kill each other for the ball. I mean,
I mean,
literally
those would make
silly
some
color.
really interesting games to watch too. Man,
It would be
ESPN should air that. I'd watch it.
right.
Ticket sales wouldn't be so good, but I'd watch it.
Josh said he played toss the possum. I don't think that's a real sport.
Uh,
This sounds funny.
what constitutes real sport, though?
Well, that's true.
TD,
Anything
it
can
would
come
be
from that.
München. Yeah,
Hockey
Bayern
for people
München.
who can't skate. Yeah,
But anyway, Dan,
yeah.
this movie, I'm gonna give the plot a point because I've already
I will
talked about it twice.
also give the plot a point. I did enjoy this movie. It was my kids enjoyed this movie. They watched it with me, and if my kids can enjoy an old time movie, you could you know that it's uh yeah,
Legit.
a legit movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's it? It tests. No,
Stands the test of time.
stands the test of time. Yeah, I said it before.
You said it before.
Now it's like gone in my head. It's not there anymore.
I know. I'm waiting
but
for that point where we get past what we've already said, and I think that's only going to come until we get to the next category because
right.
I keep thinking to myself, have I already said this? Or have I said this 3 times? I can't remember anymore.
That's so funny.
I will let you take over the next category first.
All
I say
right,
I will
man.
let you, but I mean like
Yeah.
I
You mean
suggest.
you want me to go first
I
or
would want you
whatever?
to. Yeah.
Okay. So the next category is acting, and I think the acting was okay. I mean, it wasn't like the best. It wasn't spectacular. I like Rick Moranis. I like him, and I like his other movies he's in, like Spaceballs and Ghostbusters, and he's one of those actors. We're going to get into something we already talked about again, but but he's one of those actors that you could, you know, uh, who would have done something and who would have gone somewhere in his acting career if it wasn't for him to, end it because he had to take care of his family.
I mean, you
And
think of the impression he already made.
yeah, but that's very, very good. I mean,
Very
very
admirable.
noble of him to do that. Um, Ed O'Neill, the the Al Bundy guy from Married with Children. He was good in this, but I don't think he had that real class pizzazz like the little kid had when he was playing Kevin O'Shea, right? I mean,
Okay.
I didn't think it was a great fit, especially because Ed O'Neill is, obviously from Married with Children, and in my head, because when I was a kid, I would watch this show. I don't know why I did, or why, but
Never seen it.
he kind of seemed, as I got older, thinking about it, he kind of seemed like a little bit on the perverted side. He was a lazy guy. He always yelling at his kids or something. So like seeing him in a different movie, it was like, oh, it's the guy who's perverted. Yeah, he's okay.
I guess
You
it's a
know.
good thing I've never seen it. I did not have that viewpoint when I watched it.
Yes, so that's good. But he was okay. I don't think his performance was the best. But he was all right. He was like, he was okay. Um, the kids did a good job. I think all the kids did a good job for what they were given, and for being an older movie, especially the girl who played Icebox. She did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, you know what? I'll give this. I don't know. I want to give it a. I'll just give it a point because it was decent, and it brings you back to when you're a kid and watching the movie and laughing at all the stupid jokes and like the bubble booger and the farting kid. So the kid that keeps farting. Yeah.
Ryan, are you surprised I've never seen Married with Children? Like, are you really surprised? Like,
I'm not.
my parents would never let me watch that growing up. And then I never had a desire to watch it. So, um, I like the acting in this movie, kind of like Dan said. There's just so much nostalgia watching movies like this. Like I said, it's just kids being kids. There's no agenda being pushed. Even though
Mhm.
you've got topics that kids are dealing with today, but on a more complicated level, like icebox, being a girl but wanting to play football, thinking of herself as
I
kind of
agree.
one of the guys. But then
Right.
later on, there's this really cute boy that joins the team, and all of a sudden she discovers that
That she likes the boy.
that she likes the boy, and the nature is starting to move. Like she doesn't
Right.
she realizes she's a girl and that guys like girls, but she doesn't quite understand that what that means, you
Yeah.
know.
Or
Um,
why can't guys like tomboy girls or something?
exactly. I
You know.
relate to her
Type
so much. I related to her on a spiritual level when I went back and watched this movie.
of
And I'm like
That's
brown
funny.
hair, brown eyes, tomboy, guys, ugh, and then all of a sudden it was just like I'm a girl, and it's just so cute to watch too. I think the girl did such a good job in that transitional phase where all of a
Hmm.
sudden she's exploring and she finds her mom's old makeup and she's sitting in her room trying on makeup to make it look right, and her dad has like no clue
Yeah.
um,
What's going on?
that she's going through this change, and but it's not in a weird way. It's just in a normal exploratory way where it's just like, oh, I'm a girl. Maybe I should, because she sees that there are the other cute girls, the cheerleaders, of course.
Hmm.
No disrespect to anybody who may have been a cheerleader. I don't know if Ryan was ever a cheerleader, no disrespect. But
No, I tried out for cheerleading
did
once.
you?
Yeah, I did. I did.
I mean, they
And they
need the
were all
guys,
surprised.
you know.
They were all surprised, and they wanted me on the team because they were right. They needed a lifter,
Hmm.
and then I thought about it. So then, like the next couple of days, when I went back over there, I told them I can't do it, all because I liked being in the plays better. So, theater was more my thing,
Look at you.
and I told them that, and they were like, "Aw, too bad,
Finding
because you
out
would
so
have been
many
a good
things about you,
cheerleader."
Dan. It's
Yeah, I
great.
know. Yeah, I was very flexible back then, so I was able to do splits.
I've never been
That's
able to do
fun.
those, even when I was a kid. But
Oh,
so
really?
Icebox, she sees that all the cheerleader little girls, are flocking around this dude, little blonde kids, of course. Watch out for those blonde chicks. And
Yes, Phil. Just
and
to
she
just to
try
let
to
you
be
know. Yes, that
shit.
was why.
Oh yeah, always, guys, always. Um And so she just realizes, oh, is that what guys want? As far as is that what guys are looking for in a girl? So she's trying all this stuff. But then at the end, she realizes I can be like, it's really cute
I can
because
do both. Yeah, or
the
something.
boy was like, you could just. I actually wrote down one of the spoilers, guys. The guy
If you haven't
realizes that
seen this
she
movie,
has feelings and he kind of reciprocates, but not in a weird way. And I wrote down, it's so funny when the little conversation that the two have. She's like, you have to learn how to kiss if you want to have kids and a job. He's like, you don't need to kiss to have kids. She's like, yeah, but you do if you want a job. I just love it. That's just the kids being innocent and just the way that they think. It's so great. So I give acting a point too. By the way, there's nothing like a gum chewer to really display the attitude. Man, that guy, what's his name? Ed O'Neill. I mean, just constantly. And it's not like just normal chewing. It's like, yeah, like a
yeah,
rabbit chewing on a carrot. Um, It just, yeah, I give it a point too. I thought the acting was good. I can't say it was anything. Cinema for kids has come a long way too. Like we're expecting all these Dakota Fanning kind of kids where it's all dramatic and emotional, and they're just kids being kids. It reminded me like Big Green or something. Have you ever seen Big Green or Heavyweight, Stan?
no, I don't know if
Dan,
I have.
you would love these movies.
Sweet
You would love We got to watch Heavyweights in the summertime.
heavyweights.
It's got It's got Ben Stiller in it, and he's the bad guy. It's about all
Oh,
these kids that
in
go to fat.
1995.
They all these kids that go to fat camp,
Go to fat camp, yeah.
And it is bloody hilarious. Like, Dan, we gotta watch this movie. It's a great movie. It is like one of my favorite childhood movies. And Big Green is Big Green's kind of like Little Giants, except that it's about football, or excuse me, it's about soccer. Yeah, it's good stuff. Let's see. What's next on our list is
cinematography. Yes.
All right. Shoot. Yeah, I'm getting better at this.
All right. I don't think cinematography was that special. I did like some of the sets and scenes that they had. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of the costuming too. What was funny that stood out to me was the chubby kid's helmet was a Darth Vader helmet.
Yeah.
And I was like, there you go. That's it right there. I loved it. It was cool. And obviously this was after Spaceballs, so I think they were throwing a montage to
That's
Spaceballs,
possible.
and
Or when he puts the cup on his face because he thinks it's a face mask, and he's like,
yeah, he goes,
I don't think
that's
that
where it
goes
goes
there.
And then he was like, and don't forget, everybody, these have been worn before. When that kid's cup is on his face, oh man, that's so funny.
Dennis, what is up, man? Good thing you came now instead of our deja vu moment in the beginning.
What's up, Dennis? Love it. But yeah, I like the costuming, some of the sets, but the cinematography in a whole wasn't like special. It didn't like
just a basic
it
movie.
was basic, yeah, like a movie for kids. I don't know. So I don't know. I'll give it a half a point, I guess. I was thinking of giving acting a half a point, but
he instead saved it for cinematography.
Yeah, I saved it for cinematography.
I think, why do cheesy sets work so well back in the day, Dan? Like, they just worked. They just worked. Annexation of Puerto Rico. What? What are we talking about?
That was one of the plays, right? One of the plays that he talked about.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, but yeah, they did work. The sets did work. The
I mean, a lot of it was outside anyway. So
yeah, it was outside. And how do you light for outside? Besides, like, if it's too bright, you gotta kind of
cover it up and everything.
A little bit.
And there were some really fun camera angles in this too. Just with the go-kart scenes, the chase where you've got Rick Moranis in the go-kart and his brothers in his Jaguar or whatever like that, and they're racing down the road. And then the mud scenes where they're like slinging that everywhere. And just some fun, groovy little camera angles. I can't. Yeah, it's kind of hard. I see where you're going with half a point, because it's like it wasn't anything special, but it was done well, even though it was basic. So I think I'll just stick with giving it a point, because nothing was distracting. I'll give it that. Like, you didn't worry about it. It just flowed. It just worked. So I shall give it a point.
Sweet. You can go for the music. You go for it.
Okay. Music, I mean, kind of like cinematography, pretty basic. There wasn't any rock. It was just like wholesome classic kind of music. Back in the day they used more classic.
Subhuman, what's up?
Oh, hey, and yeah, there we go. Wait, is it his birthday today?
Is it his birthday? Well, if it is, happy birthday, Subhuman.
I hope I'm not getting him confused with somebody else, but I thought it was Subhuman. If it is, if it's not, happy unbirthday.
That's right.
So
happy
music
birthday when your birthday comes up. How about that?
Right. I mean, it's again like cinematography. Like, it works. It didn't distract from the film. It did make it whimsical in some elements when the kids kind of freak out about stuff. And it just
especially that slow motion part where they got the ball and all the stuff going on. Yeah.
Or again, when the kid gets that tar or whatever stuck on his hands, and he's like trying to get, and then he gets it stuck on his chest. That's so good. I remember that scene like when I was little too. It's just like ugh. What was that stuff anyway? What was it supposed to be for?
It was supposed to for his grip or something.
Well, no, but I mean, what was it actually?
Probably was like some kind of a slime thing.
Never
that
seen
they,
like black
you know, where
glue.
yeah, maybe like a grease or something maybe that they use.
Grease,
I
wouldn't
don't
that
know.
be?
I
I
don't know
don't
what
know,
they.
but it said it
I
on the
don't know what they
bucket.
use, but yeah.
I just can't remember what it was, but that was
Um,
poor kid. Couldn't catch a ball to save his life. So if you guys don't know, he coated his hands in some kind of like really sticky syrup substance for the big game. And when footballers, they're in the huddle and they're like, and break, and they clap, and he forgot he had the stuff on his hands. So all of a sudden
clapped and
he's
he's
like,
stuck.
ugh, and like, and then
Yeah,
finally
he
he's
did a
freaking
good
out.
job acting for that
He got it
too.
unstuck, but his hands came back and hit him in the chest. So then he's walking on the field, panicking, trying to get his hands on. So
Josh said that his birthday was on the 4th. So happy birthday to you
happy
too, Josh.
birthday. So
Subhuman's birthday is today.
I'll give the music a
Today.
point because it just worked. Like it wasn't special, but it didn't distract
Right.
from the
Wasn't
movie.
special.
And
You're
it
right,
did
it didn't
help
distract.
tell the story. It did keep it lighthearted.
I guess I'll give it a point to.
You don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have to sound so negative about it.
I'm gonna give it a point. No,
All
I'd
right.
give it a point. Because you're right. I mean, the only reason why I'm struggling with that is because it wasn't special. Like it
Right.
wasn't like epic or it didn't make me feel happy or
Warm and
sad or
fuzzy.
anything
Yeah.
or didn't make me feel like I'm about to cry because the scene is depressing, whatever.
Right.
But but you're right. It is a child's comedy type style movie, so yeah, the music did a good job. It did its job, so give it
Okay.
a point.
Allegory.
You can go first.
Oh, okay.
What's your favorite movie? You said.
No, it was one of my
Oh.
favorite movies growing up. Just girl. I liked obviously as a kid, I liked kids movies, and this had a girl playing football, so that was so cool.
Right.
Something that really touched me. I don't know how much of an allegory it is. I guess it's kind of there, but family. This movie really talks a lot about family values. So again, you've got the brothers that
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
when
talk
they were
about.
younger, you had your superstar and you had your nerd, your geek. Which, by the way, the kid that got to play as young Rick Moranis, brilliant. Like it
Yeah,
was
did a
perfect.
great job.
And the older brother's like, you can't play football, stick to whatever else. And that really made him sad. And so then they grow up and everything, and they all have their own families. And as competitive as Kevin, the all-star brother is. I mean, he's got it. He's got it all. The town's like almost like got his name up on the water tower. Everybody knows who he is. They all want their kids to be on his team because he's an all-star. And like I said, very competitive, but there's a scene in there when Icebox is going through a troubling moment, where she's not really sure how she feels inside about things. And, because again, she's exploring, she likes the guy. She doesn't know if she should maybe become a cheerleader and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that moment in the little diner or little ice cream shop, whatever it was, when she basically said something like, do you think, I don't remember how she worded that. It's been a month since I watched this movie. Her uncle could have really done something to take away her confidence and her self-esteem because of how competitive he was. But when she was having a low moment, and it actually took me by surprise because, like I said, it's been forever since I've seen this movie, that she said something like, do you think I'm pretty? And he looked at her and he was walking away. And I thought for sure he was going to put her down because I thought he was kind of this arrogant jerk. And he looked at her and he smiled and he said, no, I think you're beautiful. And then walked away. And I thought that was really like family values, really important in this movie. And that even comes with the brothers later on near the end of the film as well. Yeah, my camera does freeze on my face in the most ridiculous moments.
It does.
I hate it very much.
Sorry for laughing. Just laughing because I was about to drink out of the bottle, and then I go, oh, I'm supposed to put it in my cup so I can drink out of the cup.
So I can advertise our merchandise, people. If you didn't see that, then
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
and you can always check us out on Patreon and support us
was
for as
beautiful.
little as $1 a month, should you feel so inclined.
That's it.
So I give
Ah,
Allegory a point because I was really taken aback by
yeah,
the strong family values in a movie that's supposed to be really lighthearted anyway.
right. Um, and I too am gonna probably give it a point because I liked that whole brother scenario, where they don't really get along, but then they do, and then they don't, and then you know at the end of the game, at the end of the game, or at the end of the day, pretty
Mhm.
much it is about family, you know, and it's
Yeah.
about lifting each other up, um, and it was it was cool to see him say, well, what are we going to do about that bet we made? He goes,
Yeah.
well, I'll let you keep the job, you know. And
Right,
he was
right.
joking, and then he goes, no, but there is one thing I want you to do, and it was from the beginning where the older brother said, it's gonna say right up on the top there, O'Shea Brothers, and it turned out to be just his Kevin O'Shea, and then
Mhm.
but so the brother was like, "There's one thing I want," and then boom, it said O'Shea Brothers. They changed it on the top of the
Yeah.
water tower,
A
which was
very
pretty cool.
real good feel good movie at the end.
Yeah, it was definitely a feel good movie, even though it wasn't like a meant to be a feel good type movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you don't really feel the feel goods, but at the same time, it's because like you said, it's lighthearted, so it's not like you feel the feel goods and start to go, that's so sweet. Oh man, because there are some movies that do that to me, but
Yeah.
this one didn't do it. But I noticed that portion of the movie. Yeah, I can't say that word. Uh,
You
yeah,
got it
that's
out
been
though. You tried and tried.
Yep, I did. I'm still, my brain's still like an hour away from us right now, laughing and saying how much of an idiot I feel like.
It's in the past. Let it
I
go.
know it.
Let it go.
That's why I'm not. I think that's why I'm not laughing as much right now. But because I think I'm all laughed out. Honestly, it's like I want to laugh at some of these comments too, and it's like I just can't do it.
He
My
he
stomach
wore
hurts.
he wore his laugher out.
I did. I did for tonight. I did.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, and I wonder
So
if sometimes we go back and we watch the movies because of the day and age that we're living in, and we all cling to nostalgia like crazy, in light, especially of all this wokeness. When you go back and
yeah.
watch a movie like this, you get the feel goods, like you said, even though
Hmm.
it's not meant to be necessarily a feel good movie, because we just don't get movies like this anymore. Um,
Right.
so they kind of cut a little deeper because it's like, man, this is a great movie. Family values. Yes, it's kind of like when you go back and watch Family Matters or Full House or something like that. I mean, they were cheesy shows, if you will, because of
Hmm.
the feel goods. But when you go back and watch it, you're like, yes,
Yeah.
because
You remember
it's
it, and
refreshing to see family values and life lessons and all that kind of
hmm
stuff. So,
and that feeling when you were a kid, when you had no worries in life, and you could just your brain could just float away and not
mhm.
worry about you know
Yeah. Well, where kids used to play
life.
in cardboard boxes with string and sticks, instead of iPads and drones and things like that.
Josh just had me look up at the the live button.
Hey
Yes,
guys,
we're live.
when we show up on Sunday, uh, be sure to check on us, okay?
Yeah, yeah. If we're not saying much, make sure you say ask us if we're live.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh, that will go down in infamy.
that's right.
So
That's right.
that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 8.5 points. So a near perfect movie.
Score. That's right.
Near perfect.
But like always, go check it out for yourself.
Don't take our word
Give
for
us. That's right. And then leave us comments down below if you like the movie, or if you don't like
it.
it, or
Favorite quotes.
what stood out to you most. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget to do that with all our videos, guys. Go back and leave some comments in different
Yeah.
places. You know, just be sporadic. Leave some sporadic comments. It helps.
I have another quote that I wrote down. I only had those two. The one about how, you don't need a kiss to have kids, but you do need to know how to kiss to have a job. Classic. But the other one was when the Kevin's little girl was praying at the dinner table. It was and that's sweet too. You just don't have moments like that anymore either. Not necessarily
Yeah.
trying to push religion and anything, but that was a part of culture. Like people prayed, right? So this little girl, she's got to be like 5 years old or whatever like that, and they're praying, getting ready for dinner, and she's like, "God bless family and friends and flowers, Nickelodeon, and all the little kitties." I'm like, oh my gosh, Nickelodeon.
Yeah. That's so funny.
That was good. Oh my goodness. So, Little Giants, everyone. If you haven't seen it, you should, because
You
who
should
doesn't
go
love
see it.
Rick Moranis? Come on now, let's be real.
That is. Let's be real. That's right. I did get a message from JT earlier about maybe giving a shout out to somebody, um, so people can sub to their channel. So I will. I'll do that.
Okay.
Everybody remembers A Trouble Green. Sometimes comes on the chats and whatever. Um, Apparently she's got a new thing coming. A new YouTube channel.
Oh, new video for her, or
So
new series, I
or
think, for
new
her
video.
YouTube
Or, yeah,
channel.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
called the Reading Nook. So for those of you who follow her, go check that out. If you don't follow her, go
Mm-hmm.
follow her.
If any of the mods have her link, you can go and drop it in the chat. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then also shouting out for Tabitha's Etsy shop. Go buy something from her. By the way, I know we're live, but how does Etsy work? Do you have to make the shirt yourself and then you send it, or
What?
is it like, like a pre-made thing from like like Teespring or something, and it gets sent out? How does that work?
You have a lot of wiggle room with Etsy. By the way, guys, I would love for you to shop at my Etsy store right now, but it's on a hiatus. There is something going on with Etsy that a lot of people are in uproar. They're increasing their prices for people to be able to use their platform. Taking away, they increased it by 30%. What they take away from what you profit from, which you then don't profit from. So looking into
Well,
alternatives.
if Tabitha, if you ever, I know I probably shouldn't be saying this live, but if you have an issue with it, you can let me know, and I'll just put all your stuff like on our website personally, so that
So here's
if
the
somebody
thing.
clicks on something they want to buy, it
I don't make the
emails
stuff
you.
myself. So
Okay.
that's the thing there. Etsy, you have a lot of wiggle room with Etsy. For those who don't know, welcome to my corner. You can hand make the stuff, which I used to do, but you have different elements where you can go through Printify, Shopify, different things like that. And other companies will print things for you, but of course it comes at a fee. But the information from Etsy goes to that company, and then they print and deliver it to whomever they will. Or, there are people that with t-shirts and stuff, they do screen printing at home, and then they will directly mail it to their customer. There are different ways to do Etsy. It's a pretty fantastic platform to use. However, with this recent increase, this dramatic increase in with the money, the percentage of what they take away from you, ridiculous. So having to look into alternative options.
Well, if you find an alternative option, make sure we'll link
We'll
that
let
up
you
at our
know.
shop
Yes, I
page and
appreciate
stuff.
it. Thank you. And
Nice.
yes, thank you, Phil. Congrats to me because my own personal channel, Dreaming Tabitha, I just got over 400 subscribers. Thank you to everybody who
Oh,
subscribes. That's, I
awesome.
mean, that's amazing. I don't know
That's
why you
right.
follow me, but I hope my artwork is pretty and you find it entertaining.
No, and it was a smart move doing that live teaching how to paint.
Yes, I've got
That's cool.
that
That's
coming
really
up
cool.
this Saturday at 10
You should
o'clock
make that
Eastern.
inside the booth thing. Put like inside the booth and you just come on this channel and you do it here. That's what you should do. Just do it here. No, it doesn't.
So I have Arwen Avalon going to be on my channel on Saturday. Should be a hoot and a half. If anybody knows Arwen, they know that she's a fantastic lady, loves to laugh, and when she laughs, other people laugh. So it
Nice.
should
Kind of
be
like me, huh?
yeah,
Like
it should be
earlier.
good. Yes. Yes. I'm
Oh man,
excited about it.
I
It's
think
going to
my
be great.
voice, I think even my vocals are kind of little.
I should get you, Dan, on my channel. I should
You
get
should.
Inside the Booth to come onto my channel and do
Yeah,
it.
I'll paint
Dan.
something. I don't know
Well,
what, but I'll paint something.
okay. We'll be in talks. I'll message you.
Yeah. Let's do it. All right, so yeah. What else was I gonna say? Oh, by the way, earlier I know we already talked about it, but I remember now why we were talking about the phone thing because I didn't have
Oh.
my phone turned off and it did a ding and you're
And we
like,
were talking about
oh,
ringtones, and I was
that's
talking about
right.
people in church. Gosh, it's all coming back to me now.
Yep. People in church, how they do it, and one of your church members has a ringtone. It's the old-fashioned
Mm-hmm.
uh, beeping
Ring.
beep
Yeah,
tone.
really, really loud.
Beep 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 beep.
No,
Beep,
no,
beep, beep,
it's
beep, beep, beep,
it's
beep.
it's the ringing noise.
Right. Okay.
Like,
Well,
oh,
still the high pitched beep or
yeah.
even the ring is more of a beep, anyways, because those old phones.
And of course, it's
And then
really
that's when I
loud. It's
pulled,
not like on the lowest setting, so it's got to be. He
right,
must have hearing problems or
and that's
something.
when I
Maybe
pulled this thing out.
he did
And I
the
was like,
magic over there.
hello.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So, yeah. And then I talked about One World. Everybody be in anticipation for that movie to come out. And it
Dan's
does have
movie.
an old phone with beeping ringtone in it. And maybe I should whoever has a YouTube channel when I give that movie out, I'm gonna make you all watch it and
Oh,
then do like a review or something, a reaction.
like a Discord.
Oh, like yeah, like oh how bad that movie was or something. I don't know.
Might inspire someone.
Yeah,
You never
it
know.
might actually someone might like it. I don't know, but I
Inspiration
know
comes from all over the place.
that's right. That's right. I mean, obviously, I think it's a bad movie, but you know, it has a lot of continuity issues. But of course, I've talked about that before too.
You have.
Um,
You have.
so, anyways, thanks everybody for coming and joining us tonight. Don't forget, go ahead and watch yourself some Little Giants and get some nostalgic feel
Get you the
and
feels.
get you the feels. And then, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, vanquish the like button, and ding the bell for notifications for more videos. Yes.
Okay. Did you want to tell them about Sunday? It's a little different since it's
Uh,
Easter weekend.
oh, yes, Sunday.
Sunday.
Which I want to also talk to you a little bit afterwards about Sunday too. But yes, Sunday morning we're going to do a live show. Sunday morning for an Easter morning talk faith review thing. So there you go. Yeah, Sunday morning. I think David said 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning, something like that. It's early, but you
Sunrise
guys can come
service here on Inside
if
the
you
Booth.
can sunrise service on Inside the Booth. That's it. If you can make it, that would be awesome. If you can't, we understand.
Watch it later.
That's right. Watch it later. That's it.
No
And,
excuses. Either you're all in or not, man. Like
that's it.
there's
That's
we
it.
don't do halvesies here.
We do halvesies. Well, we kind of do now. The half points. So, yeah. And don't forget, go to the merchandise store inside theboottv.com/shop. Mugs, hats, neck gaiters, sweatshirts, t-shirts, pillows, and we got some good designs on there. So go check it out and buy yourself something cool. And then
Mother's Day's coming. She would love to have something from inside the booth.
that's it. Just remember that. That's it. But yeah, thanks everybody for the support on Patreon. Those who are Patreon members, thanks everybody for the support for buying stuff from us.
Mm-hmm.
Those who have done it already and those who will do it in the future.
Right.
And thank you everybody for all the shares and stuff like that. We are now at 561 or 62 subscribers. 61? That is great.
Yeah.
That's great, you know.
Moving on up to the east side.
That's it. Just we're more than halfway there now. That's it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. God bless you all. Have a good night. And yeah,
Don't forget.
We'll see you all. Oh, don't forget. That's right.
Don't forget, guys. I don't know if you're doing it or if I'm doing it.
Go ahead. I don't want to ruin it.
You gotta tell them silent breed is people!
That's right. It is people.
You heard it here, folks.
So have a good night, everybody. Thank you for being here with us. And sorry for being like 15 to 20 minutes late.
It was great.
Because we didn't realize we were not live. Or I didn't realize it.
I didn't know either.
And it was my job. I don't get one job in this place. It's stupid, but I do it. That's right.
That'll be our next t-shirt. You had one job, Dan.
One job. God,
a big live bar right here.
or the blue one that says "Go Live," and the little arrow that's almost to it to put, to click on it. That's great. All right, good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Have a sweet dreams and sleep and whatever else you guys are going to be doing.
Happy New Year and happy birthday to Subhuman.
That's right.
Are you not entertained?